Let's talk about the big one, AI and automation. We're all thinking about it, right? Is my job going to be safe? Well, in this explainer, we're going to tackle that question head on. We're going to break down how you can build a career that doesn't just survive this massive shift, but actually becomes more valuable because of it. So let me ask you straight up. Is your career ready for 2030? It's a huge question. And look, for a lot of us, it brings up this mix of excitement and, let's be honest, a little bit of anxiety. The world is changing so fast, and it's totally normal to wonder, where am I going to fit into all of this? But what if we looked at it in a completely different way? This idea right here is the key to everything we're about to cover. What if this massive technological change isn't a threat at all? What if it's an invitation? A chance for us to reinvent ourselves and tap into a level of potential we didn't even know we had. Okay, first up, the 2030 career reality. Before we can see the opportunity, we've got to understand the landscape. Let's get a really clear picture of what the next decade is going to look like for our jobs. You can see a really clear pattern emerging here. On one hand, yes, some of the predictable, repetitive jobs are disappearing. But look at the other column. Look at how jobs are transforming. This isn't about humans becoming obsolete, not at all. It's about our roles being elevated. Automation is taking over the boring stuff, and that frees up an accountant to become a real financial strategist, or a doctor to focus on being a true care integrator for their patients. So, if the machines are handling all the routine tasks, what's left for us? The answer is actually pretty simple and really powerful. We lean into our human advantage. The skills that make us uniquely human, well, they're now our most valuable professional assets. First on that list is critical thinking. An AI can process a million data points in a second, but it can't tell you the why behind them. It gets stuck when the info is messy or conflicting. That's where we shine. We can apply that nuanced judgment and find the real story hiding in all that data. Next up, creativity. Now, AI is brilliant at remixing and recombining ideas it's already seen. But that spark of a truly original, boundary-pushing idea, that's still fundamentally human. This is the engine that invents brand new business models and solves problems in ways no one has ever thought of before. And then there's emotional intelligence, or EQ. Think about it. As more technical tasks get automated, our ability to connect with a client, lead a team through a tough time, and build genuine trust, that becomes our superpower. EQ is the glue that holds everything together. You just can't automate it. And finally, we have ethical judgment. An AI can be programmed to hit a goal, but it has no idea if that goal is right. As these tools get more and more powerful, the need for a human moral compass, for someone to make a call based on fairness and responsibility, becomes absolutely critical. That's a human job. So let's be crystal clear. Critical thinking, creativity, EQ, and ethical judgment, these are not soft skills anymore. Forget that term. They are the most durable, most valuable assets you can possibly have. In a world full of smart machines, your humanity is your ultimate competitive edge. Okay, so we know what skills we need, but the next big question is, how do we actually build them? Well, the answer means changing how we think about learning itself. We basically need a whole new operating system for our personal growth. The old way of doing things, it's officially broken. A degree isn't the finish line anymore. Really, it's just the starting gun. We have to shift from thinking of learning as this one-time thing we did in our 20s to seeing it as a constant cycle of upskilling. In today's economy, your ability to learn is your job security. And how do we actually learn best? It's probably not how you think. It's not just about taking more online courses. This 70-20-10 rule shows that most of our growth, a whopping 70%, comes from just doing the work, from direct, hands-on experience, and by tackling projects that stretch us. But none of this works without one thing that underpins it all, a growth mindset. It's this simple but incredibly powerful idea that your abilities aren't set in stone. It's that little mental switch from saying, I can't do this, to saying, I can't do this yet. This belief is the fuel for everything else. Okay, this brings us to our final and maybe most important section, owning your career future. How do we take all these ideas and actually put them into action? Well, it all starts with taking control. So I want you to really think about this for a second. In this new world of work we're all entering, who is the CEO of your career? Who is really truly in charge of your growth, your relevance, and your success? The answer is you. It's always been you. That old model where you could just expect a company to manage your career path for you, that's over. You are the driver. You're the lead investor and the chief strategist for you Incorporated. Your security doesn't come from a company, it comes from the proactive decisions you make. So how do you act like that CEO? It's actually a pretty simple, powerful framework. 1. Assess. Take a hard, honest look at the skills you have right now. 2. Scan. Do your homework. Research where your industry and the market are headed. And 3. Prioritize. Focus your energy on closing that gap between where you are and where you need to be. This turns all that anxiety into a clear, simple action plan. In the end, it really all boils down to this. Your greatest security isn't what's on your resume today. It's how fast you can learn what's needed for tomorrow. This whole technological shift, it isn't a threat. It's an invitation to become more curious, more resilient, and ultimately more human. So the only real question left is, what will you learn next?